Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to show you 3 sweet breakfast ideas. So the first one we're going to be making are these vegan French toasts. These are so yummy. If you've never tried French toast before, you definitely need to try it out because it is so good. So yeah, I just mixed all of my ingredients to dip the bread in a food processor because it was just easier. But if you don't own a food processor or blender, you can just mash the banana by hand and then mix it in with the other ingredients, and that works just as well. So yeah, just mix everything and then put the mixture in a shallow bowl that is big enough to dip a slice of bread in. Then you're going to heat up a pan and put some vegan butter in there. So I used about a tablespoon of butter, and yes, that's quite a lot, but the butter is also going to give the French toast even more flavor and make it even more yummy. So just dip a slice of bread in the mixture that we made and let it soak for about 20 seconds on each side, and then you can put it in the pan. So you want to turn the stove to medium heat and let the French toast crisp up on each side for about 3 to 5 minutes, and then just flip it and let it crisp up on the other side as well. So you want to preferably use a older kind of like stale bread for this French toast because the stale bread will soak up way more moisture and way more flavor that way. So just used some few days old bread, and that works the best. I've also seen people toast their bread beforehand to make it even more dry and soak up even more flavor, but I haven't tried that yet. Once your French toast is done, it should be crispy on the outside and nice and creamy on the inside. And yeah, I just serve mine with some fruit, some more butter, and of course lots of maple syrup. So the second breakfast we'll be making is this super quick and easy stovetop granola. So it's way faster to make than oven baked granola, but still just as yummy. So heat up a pan and add the oats to it. So you want to slightly toast the oats a bit to make them just crisp up a bit. And yeah, just cook them for about 5 minutes on low heat. And you just want to keep an eye on it and keep on stirring, making sure they don't burn. Once the oats are slightly toasted, you can add the cinnamon, the nutmeg and the nuts, and just cook that for another 2 minutes or so on low heat. Once that is done, you can turn off the heat and add the maple syrup and just quickly stir everything around, making sure that everything is covered in a nice layer of the maple syrup. Then you can add some dried fruit to it. So I just added some raisins and some dried apricots, but you can use any dried fruit that you like. So just mix that, and then you can add some vanilla extract if you want. You don't have to add this, but it definitely brings out the flavors even more and makes the granola taste even better. So if you have it, use that as well. And yeah, that's it actually. You can serve the granola with some vegan yogurt and some fruit, and you've got yourself a super yummy breakfast that is really quick and easy to make. You can store the granola in an airtight jar for a couple of weeks, but it probably won't last that long, but you could if you wanted to. This makes about enough for I would say 4 of these breakfasts. So if you prefer an oven baked granola recipe, I've also got one on my channel, so I'll link that. The last recipe I'll be showing you guys are these raspberry pancakes with a raspberry sauce. And these are so good. The raspberry sauce definitely takes the pancakes to the next level and makes them so good. You guys have to try this recipe, it is amazing. So I'll start by making the raspberry sauce, so it can just cool off in the fridge a bit while we make the pancakes. So just add everything to a pan and heat this up on low heat for a couple of minutes. So I just squashed my raspberries with my spatula a bit to make this go a lot faster. So once everything has cooked down a bit and starts to boil, you can turn off the heat and add the cornstarch mixture to it and just mix that in, and then your raspberry sauce is done. So just let that cool off in the fridge while we make the pancakes. So for the pancakes, just mix all of the ingredients in a blender or food processor. I used a food processor since I don't have a working blender anymore. But if you have a blender, use that because it will make the batter way smoother. So if you don't own any electrical appliances, you can just buy oat flour instead of the oats and just mash the banana by hand. So once everything is mixed, it will turn into a nice and thick batter, and then you can add some fresh raspberries to this. So I just squished my raspberries with a spoon a bit so that the pieces won't be as big, and then just mix them in. To make the pancakes, just heat up a non-stick pan on low heat and then add a bit of the batter to it. So I add about 2 tablespoons of the batter per pancake. And yeah, just cook this for a couple of minutes, so about 4 minutes on low heat, until bubbles start to form and the pancake starts to look a bit dry from above. And then you can flip it and cook it for another like 2 minutes or so on the other side. And that is it. These are so easy to make, but so tasty and really nice to make as a bit of a more fancy breakfast. If you want to put a bit more effort into breakfast, like in the weekends or something. I usually make pancakes on like Sunday or something when I have a bit more time. So those were all the recipes I've got for you today. I hope you enjoyed and that you will try some of the recipes yourself. Anyways, thank you guys for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye!